Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Global Educators. This is a show for parents and educators from all around the world to come together and create a safe environment for the next generation. Now, this episode is specifically for educational leaders, but this can benefit any parent and teacher out there. The name of today's episode is Building Wise Educational Leader. We have a speaker to walk us through about what this topic is about. She's also known as the Wise Educational Coach, a certified John Maxwell speaker, international success coach, and also a transformational leader. Through her platform, she offers masterclasses, books, and podcasts designed to inspire faith-based educators. Hello, Helen. Thank you for coming on my show. Please introduce
Hello,
yourself.
Baker.
Hi.
Thank you so much for the invite. I really appreciate it. I love your mission. Global educators, it speaks to me because obviously I'm a global educator. So, as you said, my name is Helen Verroux, and I've been working globally. So, it's perfectly work with your mission for your podcast. I help faith-based educators gain clarity on their high calling and also build an online business. I also help school assess their school culture and build a cutting edge school culture that fosters empowerment, collaboration, well-being, and diversity.
Amazing, amazing. I love your mission as well. And I have a lot of things that in common with you. I'm also a global educator, but this is not about me. This is all about you. I want to
Mhm.
know about how you came up with the concept of WISE, WISE. Please walk us through.
Yes, so while I was praying, I heard the word wisdom, and I felt like it is something that I had to grow into. And I felt like being an educator for more than 15 years, it is something that is missing in school, I feel. And I always wanted to understand how I could actually apply knowledge to really my everyday life. And I feel that many educators, even senior leaders and governors, have the head knowledge. We have the degree, we have the speech, we know how to communicate, but we don't have the how to apply that knowledge to our everyday life and how we can use that knowledge to empower the community that we are serving even better and create meaningful transformation in education. So I feel that there is a need to build cool cultures that really unlock the word wisdom. So I came up with this acronym, and it's WISE. And the W stands for wholeness, whole. So are you a whole educator, someone who is really healed inside? I feel like wholeness is key so we can actually maximize and transform people around us. As an educator, as a senior leader, the people that we're serving, wholeness is important because the more we grow into that healing journey, the more we are able to relate to people around us even better and give them the breakthrough that they need in their life. And the I stands for impactful or inspiring. I feel that this is what is missing in school, inspiration, where educators feel inspired, students feel inspired, parents feel inspired, and eventually they can build impact around them. And the S stands for self-reflecting or spirit-led. And it's all about that space where you spend time with yourself. You self reflect on your journey of growth. You self reflect on your spiritual engagement, how to align your body, your mind, and your soul. I feel it's important that even parents or teachers or senior leaders really step back from what they are doing right now and really analyze where they are in their journey of self-evaluation, and just so they can actually impact better their community and as well grow themselves into becoming the higher version of themselves. And self-reflection and spirit-led is very important. And the E stands for engage. This is when you will build eventually an engaged community that will be able to connect meaningfully with you, and you will be able to transform that community so they can actually impact themselves around the world around them. So whole, impactful, self-reflecting, and engaged.
That is beautiful. Like genuinely from the deep of my heart, I want to tell you that is beautiful how you turned it seems like a very simple word, or it sounds like a very simple acronym, but there's so much depth and it's very profound. and I love your mission. There are a lot of alignments, and I just want to like reflect back on the word you said, self-reflecting, because that's kind
Mm.
of like my journey as well. Turning, I'm not gonna say a number, but I'm like in my 30s, okay? Like I've been more reflective compared to my 20s, if that makes sense. Maybe somebody in
Yes.
the audience can relate to me, but I just want to highlight the word self-reflecting, and how has your self-growth journey put you in this wonderful position to evolve more and be more impactful?
I feel that we are the only species in the world that can evolve, that are able to evolve. And as an educator, I think it's important that we not only focus on impacting the classroom, but there is more inside of us, and we need to learn how we can grow even higher. So for me, my self-growth has been very into how can I become the multidimensional leader that I want to be. I feel like when you're educators, we're stuck in the career and we get stuck in this burnout system that we're building other people's vision. For years, educators, that's what they've been doing, but they're not really able to build their own vision, why they were created for. Yes, we are educators, we are building definitely students, we are building people around us, but now there is something that is bigger than us. There is something that we have to reflect and see, okay, how can I impact not only inside the classroom, but as well beyond the classroom? And for me, I am an educator. I use my gift to train others because I feel like when you're an educator, this is a gift of training others. So you can actually transfer that gift and empower other people. But I'm also a transformational leader. I'm also an author, a podcaster, a founder, an educational consultant. So I am really a catalyst for empowerment, and I shift mindset to be released in their higher calling. So I had to tap into that multidimensional leader. And I want to encourage any other educators to not just see themselves as an educator, but more than that. And that's how we are shifting the world even higher. We are reaching nations. We're not just focusing locally, but we are reaching nation and transforming the world with who we are.
That's beautiful. Again, that's again beautiful. So how your self-growth journey is, you don't want to just stick it or keep it like gatekeep whatever you learn. You want to share it.
Yes.
And it's you're very
Mm,
generous with your wisdom. Thank you for that
mm.
wonderful explanation. The next question is, what are three ways educational leaders can be a dimensional leader?
So I feel that first of all, to tap into that multi-dimensional leader, we need to rekindle our passion. It can be through coaching, through investing in ourselves, really adding value to us because we are good soil. And we need to be able to understand that we are here not for ourselves, but also to develop leaders around us, to develop our self-leadership for maximum growth. And also, I feel it's important that we note when to learn the different opportunities that are presented to our growth. So, as I was saying before, how to impact beyond the classroom and recognizing those opportunities that can allow us to shift to global impact.
Wonderful. What are some personal examples and stories that you have prepared leaders in the educational sector?
So I started by really empowering parents of preteens and teens. I also empowered teenagers to understand the concept of self-leadership, leading yourself first before really leading others. And I know that life is not meant to live for ourselves, but to fight for a cause and a higher purpose. And we must discover that. I feel like people don't really discover what is a cause they are fighting for. For me, the cause that I'm fighting for are my faith, the field of education, leadership, and wisdom. And I feel that it's important that I've been actually empowering those parents and those teens to really grow into self-discovery, transformation. So they have to take time to develop, craft their skills and their gifts, and really understand that adding value to people around them can actually build ultimate influence and impact is what is important, really making a difference outside of who we are. So this is the stories that I had. I've got hundreds of stories, parents and preteens, and now I want to empower educators because I've done it and I feel like I can connect even more with them because I've been an educator as well for more than 15 years. So there is more to do. And that's how I've been growing into discovering a new version of myself and the multidimensional leader that I am today.
Let's go back to the classroom. What are some best teaching moments that you've had? What was like the best moment parts of like, aha, this is why I love teaching. What are those moments?
I feel for me is it's a bit like I don't like it, but I feel like when my students are actually using my words against me. So when I say something to empower them to make them better, and they're using against me, and they're like telling me this, and it really relates to me because it means that they've learned what I told them, and they are able to bring me accountability when I actually fall short. So I'm like, this is it. This is it. It means that you have embraced the things that I've taught to you, and I have so many. I had recently a student that I empowered. She was not confident at all, and I trained her, well, trained her. I explained to her how to grow into self-confidence. And in 3 months, really, she started to go into public speaking. She started to really start speaking her message. And every time she comes to me and she's like, Miss, I thank you so much for everything you've done. It's only one of the hundred of things I helped out. And she's like, thank you so much for helping me to see value in myself, for helping me to speak my message. And she's like, you always say, speak from your heart. And that's always what I tend to do. When I want to share something, I don't try to speak from all over the place. I want to speak from my heart. I want to inspire people. And you've taught me just that. And I'm like, this is it. This is it. So I step back and it gives me like a tearful eye because I see that there are so many of them. I've got like, you know, our teachers, like we have teacher appreciation. I've got cards and present, like even expressing where they express themselves and sharing like their journey of me helping them in who they're becoming. I even had one student that, oh my God, she was in my form. He was like in year 9 at that time, and it was really hard with him, very hard. Like he was not respectful, he wasn't listening to me. I was trying to help him. I was very patient. I know with my faith that you need to walk out of love and patience and understanding that where they are, it is taking some of who they're becoming. And then 5 years later, I received a letter stating, Miss, I am writing to you because my English teacher in university asked me to write a letter about the person that inspired me the most, and it's you. And I'm like, okay. I stepped back and I was like, thank you. Thank you, God, for allowing me to be a vessel to help them to step into who they are called to be. So when you read that letter, so I keep it in my Bible and I read it from time to time, and it's a long letter sharing like his values and how I helped him to become better, to push, to challenge himself in many ways. And I'm like, this is the moment that I love. When the kids, especially teenagers, they speak from their hearts. You can't, if they speak from their heart, it means that there is something that is being done. They never say inspiring stories because it's like the way they perceive things is you really need to mean something to them so they can explain themselves to you. So I have hundreds of them, hundreds.
I would, if we had all the time, I would love to listen to more. But that was very touching. Just to get that letter, I feel like that's so rewarding to be
Yeah.
teachers. So for teachers, for the people that are kind of doubting or trying to think of maybe switching careers, don't, because teaching is very rewarding. We are preparing the leaders of the next generation. We are the students that we're working with now. They could be, a leader in the future. They could lead get they look up to us um,
Yes.
as an inspiration. So, what is an advice to a young student who is struggling with self-confidence and self-doubt?
Okay. So what I tend to do first is I I actually lead by example. So if I have to share something to them, I just speak about my passion and the things that I love, simple things. I encourage them to really start diving deep inside and just speak from, what they love to do and who they are. Even if it doesn't have to be self-explanatory, but just start with where you are in your journey and just keep speaking. Sometimes they stubborn and they're like, I don't know what to say. I'm like, just relax and continue speaking and expressing yourself. And they're like, okay. So they keep going. And then like ultimately, well, they stop. But the more they do it, the more they actually feel that. And I also bring other teens that are inspired to come and share their journey with them. So that's how I build their confidence. It's like a domino effect, using the ones that are inspired to talk to them and be like, I was just like you. I was just like you. I didn't know how to speak. I was scared. I didn't know what to say, but I just encourage you to keep doing it. And I feel this is what the power of peer-to-peer mentorship is not just telling them what to do, is for them to see that it is possible through other teenagers who have been doing it. And that's it. There is something that click inside and they just keep doing it, and it doesn't matter if they keep talking, and sometimes it doesn't make sense, but they keep talking and sharing, and they're like, I just love to talk about it. I just love to empower others. So I'm like, okay, now there is new people in our circle. So what can you tell them? And they start sharing, they start speaking where how they were and how they have changed. And that's how it is. It's nothing difficult. I feel it's just for inspiration and leading by example.
Yes, leading by an example. It sounds very simple, but it can be a huge impact, huge impact.
Yes.
What is one more advice for all of the educators and parents listening?
Okay, so I feel that for me, it is important that they grow into intentional living. Intentionality is very important, and really being intentional with your time, with your finances, with your growth, with yourself is key. So I would encourage them to really grow into becoming more intentional in everything around them.
And we're kind of coming towards the end. Thank you for your time again. If you haven't watched any of our episodes, please go to our YouTube channel, Global Educators, and watch any previous episodes. Now, I do have one more question. Don't go yet. Please watch the video to the end. What is your
Okay.
last message to the world? What is your message?
My last message is become whoever you were created to be. Do not settle. Unleash your higher calling. Your mission, your purpose is meant to deliver other people that you're called also to empower.
Thank you, Helen. This is the Global Educators Show. Please subscribe so you can get notified for new episodes just like this. This is the Global Educators Show for parents and educators from all around the world. Thank you for tuning in. See you in our next episode. Goodbye. Till then.